And Mary's reaction to Meredith was so bizarre to me, like kicking her out of her house.
Angie! I don't deny Meredith. If you're not gonna listen to me, get out of my house. I'm talking, okay?
I will, thank you.
Because I don't like fighting in my house.
I did feel bad that escalated. Wrong.
And I know that's not the energy from my home. You brought that with you. And that's what I felt Meredith did. And I told her if she walks out that door, you're not my friend.
You're gonna leave?
I love you.
This is not love, not
love you.
And she walked right on out that door, and she like did the dance, the happy feet dance, because she slid on the ice. She almost
She was
fell.
flustered. But she didn't forget to grab the to-go gift, the parting gift.
Saying a game that we're all gonna air our grievances.
Whatever each other is saying, listen to them. Work it out and get over it, and let's move on.
We know what that is. It's not like, oh, this is gonna end in peace. Maybe it does, but you're gonna have to go through a lot of fire to get to peace.
You're hateful, you're miserable, you live to try and expose.
Don't tell me to quiet down when you're giving a loaded gun, you know, to someone to come after me. Sorry, doesn't work that way. You pipe down.
Well, the fact that she's going around now saying that I was looking to make trouble with her tells you that she just has no depth with me. She has no idea who I am. I'm really a no-nonsense person. Like, I'm just as direct as they can be. And the fact that she doesn't know that is scary. Because you know I'm not like that, right?
Yeah, no. I don't think you look for trouble. I think you're just...
You should know.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I absolutely know that you don't look for trouble and that you just say what you're thinking. I've never felt that you're flip-floppy or...
I'm not.
Yeah, I think you know who your friends are.
I had known that there had been a little weird tension just because you could pick up on it, but not really. You know, just like a distancing. And mostly I felt like the distancing came because the one person you're at odds with in this group is Angie. And suddenly Angie is Mary's best friend, you know?
And that's fine. If they want to be friends, they should be friends. I've always said that. I don't have a problem with someone being friends that I'm not friends with. You do whatever makes you happy. But for whatever reason, she started to have a problem with me all of a sudden.
But I've always thought Meredith was shallow with our friendship. And then when she did that, I was like, okay, this is real. Like, it slapped me in the face because I'm thinking, do I need to self-check myself? Or do I really allow people in my life that are just surface? Maybe she just never had anyone in her life like me, where if I believe in you, I believe in you 100%. I will have your back. I want the best for you. I want you to do well. I want you to fly. I want you to thrive. And if you don't have the same for me, I start pulling back.
Yeah.
And I think I have. And when she walked out that door, it just told me be done. Just like wash my hands from her.
Yeah, her loss.
Meredith has been a very good friend to Mary. And even when all of the tumult and drama is going on in our friend group, Mary could always count on Meredith to show up and be there and be kind of a measured, thoughtful, considerate friend, which a lot of us you couldn't say the same about. So to see that type of resentment and anger and to see how it affected Meredith was, you know, horrible.
Clearly, you and Angie have had a field day living me apart. Continue and have fun. I'll give you free rein to talk about it.
I stood behind Mary on things that were questionable because I didn't want her on an island, okay? And I supported her because I felt like nobody else would. In times where I questioned if I even should be supporting her. You know, I took a lot of chances to try to be there as a friend to her. And clearly it's just not reciprocated, and that's okay. You know,
It's not okay.
no, it's all okay. I feel that she looked to pick a fight with the one person who was actually there for her, who supported her. That speaks volumes. I'm moving on. Like, I'm not looking to fight with Mary. She can fight with herself if she wants to pick a fight with me. I'm not interested.
I mean, I got to the point where I was like, I was feeling so left out. I was so hurt. There's this whole battle between Heather and Bronwyn.
To be left out like that hurt my feelings. And I'm going to process that. I'm sorry that it's coming off so mean at you. Let's cheers.
Okay. Yay! I was excluded too. You know,
From
I'm
the
like,
trip, yeah.
From the trip, from the convo. You know, Angie had just like totally thrown me under the bus about my sex life.
You're doing 3 guys and you drink and you're claiming to be some total Mormon?
I mean, on and on and on. And I was just like, what about me? I just lost it.
Now there's this big kumbaya moment over the table.
You're feeling left out.
And I seriously, I'm so sick of this.
So sorry you feel that way, sweetheart. I mean, pretty much my whole answer.
This is another moment where I'm cringing because I, want to like defend and support Britney, but she is reaching, and it is so ill-timed. Like we're at the end of the brunch. We're all trying to wrap things up in a spirit of resolve and goodwill, and she just comes out of left field.
You felt hurt.
I did.
Because you felt like nobody was acknowledging you
Right.
or your feelings.
I mean, it was kind of like where you see red and you don't know what you say or do. That was that moment for me.
I think it's got to be confusing to you, too, and this new friend group, because it's like, who really does like me? Who really does want to be around me? And like at that moment, probably nobody, it probably felt like.
It did.
There
were a lot of moments where it felt like there was nobody.
He's very serious, he's very cutthroat, he's all business, but he's not like that with me. So I don't know why Todd's so surprised that I am nice and pleasant to him and funny and kind of cutthroat and all business and no bullshit with you ladies.
Never seen you act the way you acted this weekend. What'd you accomplish? Nothing.
Nothing, and actually...
You ruined a perfectly nice afternoon.
I ruined it?
I mean, look, I would hope that if Seth were bothered by something I did, he would tell me.
Would you tell him to pipe
Does it mean I
down?
would change the behavior? Not necessarily. I'd certainly take his feelings into consideration.
Like, when's the last time that Seth has reprimanded you on the way you've conducted yourself in public? And I would
honestly,
say
I
time
can't
of death,
remember.
Seth Marks.
It's usually me saying you talk too much.
How many people, when they eat asparagus, smell it in their urine?
That's always like
Yeah, I would
that's
think
the
the role
argument.
reversal.
Is he discloses too much information too freely?
I think Todd's very surprised by the depth of how low we go with each other and the things that are said and how we seem to rebound or not.
For him to have his first experience be on a trip.
Yeah.
Because trips are always the worst.
You and someone else, my ass better ride your dick like it's my job, Lisa.
He's a horse. She's half of New York.
You for calling me a liar. Don't say that.
Todd has a tendency to look at companies he's investing in as like numbers and results and whatever. And I always say to him, well, do you want to work with them? And he's turned that back around on me and said, I know you don't feel accepted by this group of women and you're working really hard to be.
You're going to need to get your words in order with all of this group because you have been telling everybody a different story.
Are you attracted to him? Because he has money or because we have an age difference? Because that feels like a real low blow. I feel exhausted and sick to my stomach. This is not like the type of friendship I want to have.
But do you accept them? Like, do you want to be accepted by this group? Like, if this is how they treat you? And that's a hard question for me to answer. We do have really fun times. We had a come to Todd moment where he really is hard on me about stooping to the level he thought other people were at.
Was I included in that level?
No. But maybe you should have been, because you did yell a couple times.
You started crying, yelling, running around. Okay.
I'm gonna sit in the other room.
Being blunt is not always great in a sensitive situation, and he's had to learn different communication strategies and techniques. And I've also had to learn that Todd and I are very different people. We speak differently, we interact differently, we like different things, but that Todd loves me as much as Todd can love somebody. And so I see it now through a lens of when it's heavy-handed or hard or not the way I would handle it, that's Todd doing his best, and that's good enough, always. But he has really made big changes, Gwen and I. We are not business associates. We are not a portfolio company. We are not his administrative assistants. He has to speak to us in a non-business way, yes.
He only lets it happen for short periods of time.
Yes.
But I love when he softens.
He is a teddy bear. You have to make him feel comfortable enough to be that person. But I also like when he will go tell John, no, this nonsense has got to stop.
Lisa's got to stop, or you guys got to go.
I love that
We
version
like Tough Todd, too.